Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I proudly present an in-depth review of this 2019 Mercedes-AMG GLC63. You can see it's got the more aggressive front grille. So here's what the key looks like. You can opt to get the AMG logo on the back of this. Stepping on in, it's got the AMG steering wheel with the special paddle shifters. To start, press the brake and then press the button. So starting over to the left, got Parktronic off, then that pilot light means you've turned it off. 360-degree camera system, so you can change your view to a 360 or to a 180 with a virtual view of the top of your car. So, one neat thing about AMGs is if you scroll all the way to the bottom, you have an AMG menu, and this is the menu you're going to want to be in all the time. So basically, you have your numerical speed readout, turbo boost, oil temperature, and transmission oil temperature, whereas if you're not in this menu, you can only see your coolant temperature, obviously your fuel, speed, and engine speed. So, the drive modes are as follows. We're currently in Comfort. Pull one down, you're in Sport. Pull down again, Sport Plus. Now, if you want race mode that's actually not available on the SUV, you have to get the Coupe. And it's got to be the GLC63S. You can also configure individual. I'm going to go ahead and turn the command system on and mute it. So, let's go ahead, program individual. So, you can set the drive, suspension, transmission, exhaust system, and ESP. So I've basically just set this up as Sport Plus with manual mode. And you do have a manual button right here with a pilot light. I'm just going to leave it in Sport Plus for the time being. So this button here changes your suspension characteristics. Right now it's in Comfort. One light means it's in Sport, both lights means it's in Sport Plus. Manual, so self-explanatory, lets you change your gears manually. Traction control, there are 3 different stages. It's currently on, then press it once, you have Sport handling mode, and then if you press and hold, that turns traction completely off. You can also see the ESP stage you're in on the menu here. It does have air suspension, so if you press this button, the car will raise. Auto start stop, on and off. Sports exhaust, which automatically activates in Sport Plus. The shift paddles feel very nice to the touch. I'm going to just roll this window down so you can hear the horn. Heated seats, 3-person memory, and then to program, just press M and press the designated button you want to save the program to. So this controls your headrest, and that's for your leg recliner. This is to recline the back of the seat, and this is to move it forwards and backwards. Lock and unlock. All 4 windows are fully automatic, but I'm not going to open this one because the window sticker's in the way. Mirror controls. So, up, down, left, and right. Fold. That's with the top button. Comes standard with the Burmester audio system, which is very cool. Sounds very clear. We're going to come back to the vehicle menus in a bit. Glove box. So you do get a decent amount of storage. It's also got a reclining function on the passenger seat. I'm going to go ahead and put the lift down. Some storage in the center, SD card slot, USB slots. Alright, so transmission is an AMG Speed Shift MCT 9-speed. So essentially a beefed up version of the 9G-tronic, made specially for AMG models. Pull down for drive. And then in drive, it tells you what gear you're in. But if I switch it into automatic, it doesn't. Well, with the exception of being in the AMG menu, of course. Neutral. Reverse. With the backup camera that has dynamic guidance lines when you turn the steering wheel. Neutral, from reverse is 1/2 click down, whereas from drive it's 1/2 click up. Brake hold, just press the brake in further, and then hold lights up, and then park is this button here. Now I'm going to go ahead and turn on the headlights, the rear fog lights, as well as the hazards. Show you under the hood. The park and brake automatically applies when you're in park and you either open the driver's door with the seatbelt unfastened or switch the engine off. It's got 4MATIC Plus, exclusive to the AMG model. It's got Continental Sport Contact 6 summer tires on 20-inch rims, and it is a staggered setup. And here we have the 4.0 Pod Inside V configuration, twin turbo V8 with a maximum horsepower output of 469. Here's the coolant reservoir. And that's where you can jump start your car in case your battery runs flat. The battery itself is actually underneath this compartment. Some additional emissions information. Windshield wiper fluid. So the coolant for the electrical components is actually relocated to like near the front of the hood, whereas on the GLC300 it's way back there. Full adaptive LED headlights with automatic high beams. LED side turn signal mirrors, as you would expect. Some tire information, premium only, as well as a rescue card you can use your QR code for. So there's the rear fog light off to the left. So you got two options when closing your power trunk: close and then close and lock. Also, one more thing that I forgot to mention is because this has air suspension, you can dump it, making it easier to put groceries in or large items. So just pull the dump. And then these switches here fold the seats back. And when the light is flashing, the suspension is lowering. 12-volt power outlet and some interior illumination. If you pull again, that cancels it. So what do you say I give you a listen to how this beast sounds? So that's how it sounds in Sport Plus. Now I'm going to put it back in Comfort, but leave the Sports exhaust flaps open. You won't get as many crackles and pops, but it still sounds really good. Like, you have to hear this in person. All right, moving on. Back to the menu here. Vehicle settings, acoustic lock feedback, you can turn that on and off. Belt adjustment, so when the ignition's on and you put your seatbelt on, you do get a little bit of a hug from them, as I like to call it. Automatic mirror folding, locator lighting, automatic locking, interior light switch off delay. Same with exterior light delay switch off. Easy entry and exit. Acoustic lock feedback. So back to where we started. Dynamic select, so individual configuration can also be accessed through this menu. It's easier to just select individual and hit adjust. Vehicle data. So see the drive mode you're in, the position of your air suspension, as well as whenever you hit the brake or the gas. Engine data. So the gauges in the center are for your horsepower and pound-feet of torque, as well as the gauges to the side for your oil and transmission oil. .360-degree camera, fuel consumption, Then there's also the in-vehicle operator's manual. I'm not going to go too in-depth on that. Time zones. You can also opt to set the time manually if for some reason the automatic does not get it right. As you can see, that's not the current time. So down here, system settings. This is where you can adjust your language, turn off your display, set Wi-Fi, activate Bluetooth, turn it off, as well as format your system memory. You can also turn the display off. Then use anything that controls the screen here to turn it back on. Phone settings, so this is where you can dial, connect devices, as well as import contacts, etc. So in the driver's display, I just went to the settings menu. Got drive assist settings such as brake assist, blind spot assist, and attention assist. So active brake assist, you can turn it on and off, as well as your blind spot assist. And what that is the red triangles will light up if you're near a car. It's telling you not to make a lane change. And attention assist, you can have it off, standard, and sensitive. Lights, you can turn off the daytime running lights, but you have to have the engine off on this model. Newer models, it can be on or off. Instrument cluster, so you can change it to kilometers per hour if, say, you were going into Canada. Additional speedometer, so that's for kilometers an hour as opposed to miles per hour. Factory settings, so format your system memory. Service, so Assist Plus is where you can see service-related information like how much overdue your service is, engine oil level, as well as tire pressure. And the assistance graphic. Telephone settings, media, radio, navigation, and trip. So it's only got 101 miles on the clock. And the controls on the right are for your phone and your media. So mute, volume up and down, decline a call, answer a call. No heated steering wheel on this model. You can opt for it though. Tilt and telescoping steering wheel. Panel dimmer. And this button here will prevent anyone else besides the driver from operating the windows. Alright, so cruise control. You go down all the way for a 5 mile per hour increment decrease, vice versa for up, and then halfway down or up for a 1 mile per hour increment increase or decrease. Resume, cancel. But anyway, say you were going 43, you moved it down, now you're going 40 as opposed to 38. So that kind of increment of 5, vice versa for up. High beam assist. So, as you can see, because the rear fog lights are still on, that's why the headlights are still on, even though I turned it back to auto. But that's what the indicator will look like when the high beam assist is turned on. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and check out the back. Rear ventilation. Storage, cup holders, exactly the same as the GLC300. Then there's a sensor there. So, by the way, the seats are Alcantara leather. Lots of stitching. It's very beautiful. And an automatic window control. Alright, so the controls up here. Reading lamps. Front interior illumination. Rear interior illumination. So those are overrides. And then that overrides your automatic door illumination. So when you open the doors and this is pressed in, your lights on the inside will not light up. And now they will. 3 garage door home links. This menu for the climate control. So you can adjust the temperature, air distribution, and air flow, or you can have it be automatic. It can also be controlled through the hotkeys there. Sync, system on and off, as well as AC on and off. Alright, that's pretty much going to wrap it up. AMG logo right there. So, shutting it off. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, please leave a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. Turn on post notifications. Do what you guys do best. Special shout out to Andrew Sofiakis at Mercedes-Benz of St. Charles for allowing me to make this review possible. His information will be in the description below. And peace out.